everybody, and welcome back. Um, you might notice that everything's kind of looking a little bit different, and that's for good reason. But to explain that, I think I need to go back in time a little bit, and really for the main reason why this is an update video and not just another video. Uh, and that's to kind of apologize and to explain some of the things that are gonna happen in the future. Um, so let's start out with about 2.5 months ago. I had a lot of stuff set up. I had about 3 new update tips and tricks videos in the works. My spotting one, I had everything recorded. I had all my audio and video recorded. I had some of it already cut up. I was about halfway through. Um, and you kind of get not necessarily writer's block, but just the you just don't want to do it for a while. So I took a step back, and for about a week and a half, I didn't really touch video games at all. I did other things. I was intending it really not to be that long, but it ended up, because of work and whatnot, other things going on in my life, it ended up being more than a week and a half. It ended up being quite long, close to about 2.5, 3 weeks before I actually came back and tried to edit it again. And my computer wouldn't start up. So I was going through a lot of troubles with that. End result was that I had to actually reinstall Windows. Luckily, I keep everything on a separate hard drive than I keep my Windows, so I was actually able to salvage the hard drive that had all of my videos on it. Unfortunately, though, a lot of the stuff from Premiere wasn't able to save, so I had to restart my editing. So I started that, got a lot of it re-edited, and turned off my computer, came back the next day, same thing happened. This time though, I lost the entire everything. I had to completely reset everything. I wasn't able to salvage anything, mostly because I was doing this unprofessionally. I didn't send it to a professional, but I lost it all. So that really killed a lot of my desire to do that video, and I ended up just kind of scrapping it. Not, well, I shouldn't say scrapping. I ended up putting it on the back burner. Um, I came back to school. I had other things going on. Uh, Needless to say, it was about 2 months before anything really happened, and I started to get back and started re-downloading some of the games I hadn't downloaded, getting everything back working. Um, and it wasn't. I was trying to make War Thunder videos, and War Thunder was crashing all the time. About the only game I was able to run pretty consistently actually was Arma, which you're watching right now. And well, it's hard for me to record on Arma. It's a really GPU intensive and especially CPU intensive game, and it just I couldn't record on it even on absolute minimum settings. There's no way.
Shut him down.
So I decided that it's been 4 years, maybe it's time to upgrade my computer a little bit. So that's what I did. I completely got a new computer actually. And what this means is that I'm going to have a lot more power under the hood. I went from having a 2.4 gigahertz processor to having a 4.2 max overdrive, whatever the hell Intel calls it, uh, processor. Um, and I went from having the old 765 to having a 1060 NVIDIA graphics card, which is going to be pretty sweet. You're seeing it right now. I'm recording on very high, but I can run Arma for 50 plus FPS on Ultra, which is awesome. It's something I could not even dream of doing on my old computer. So yeah, it's crazy. Doing some simple benchmarks. Compared to my old computer, newer games can run about 4 times faster. Some of the older games can be about 3 times faster. So really, what this means for you guys is that you're gonna have prettier graphics and everything's gonna run a lot smoother. By the time I edit everything and get it all nice looking, it's gonna look really good. And I hope that that looks good and it carries over to YouTube, because that'd be fantastic. But I know for me it looks a lot better. It's really nice to have stuff running at 100 plus FPS on absolute max settings. I mean, that's crazy. Something I couldn't do before. So I'm actually really excited about that. it's really big news for me, and I'm really happy that I made that choice because it's definitely paid off, and I like it a lot. That being said, there's been a lot of downtime for me, and I spent that doing, well, basically learning a lot of the Adobe products. So using my student whatever discount, I was able to get a lot of the Adobe products for really, really cheap. So I started to use Premiere, Photoshop, Audition, a little bit of, oh God, what's it called? Some some other stuff. I don't even remember the names of them. But I created some new logos, created some new intros. Hopefully they'll turn out as good as I thought they looked. I definitely think that they'll be a lot cooler than not having anything or just having something I quick threw up in Paint, which is what I had before. So yeah, that's kind of the new stuff. Besides that, I just want to talk about some of the series I've been doing, some of the things I kind of want to start doing. Definitely gonna continue doing the tips and tricks videos over the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna again re uh, record and redo the spotting tutorial. It's been like 5 times now. I think I've got pretty well processed what I want for that. Um, and I'll use that. I'll use a lot of the new graphics I have. And I hope it looks freaking awesome because God, I need it right now. Is just to see that being done. But on top of that, I want to start a couple new series. One is going to be Game of the Month, GOM. That'll be just some random game I played a couple times a month, throw some videos up just to mix it up from War Thunder. On top of that, I have actually started playing World of Tanks a little bit recently. Um, One of my friends brought me back into it. It's been like 2 years since I last played it. So we'll probably see a little bit of that. I don't know how long that's going to last, but definitely a little bit of World of Tanks. And besides that, there's not a whole lot of series. Going to be continuing what I've been doing. Who knows? I might next couple of weeks come up with some random stuff that I throw in. But yeah, definitely keep the lookout. I'm gonna hopefully be keeping a non-structured schedule. What I mean by that is I'll try and get out, let's say 10 videos a month. When they'll come out, probably completely random, but I'd like to keep that pace is about 10 videos a month, at least until the new year. That'd be freaking awesome. So look out for that. On top of that, definitely expect some of the games I wasn't able to run before, like Arma, where before I could run the games, but I couldn't record them. So that's gonna be cool once I finally get that figured out. Some of the big ones I'm looking at are Arma, Fallout 4, maybe a run through of Skyrim or something like that. Who knows? Who knows what will come out? And probably the last thing for this video is going to be monetization. Obviously, getting a new computer is a big financial burden. The Adobe products actually weren't that bad, but I mean that's finance that I'm losing. So I am going to start monetizing things. What this means is that you're probably going to start seeing ads. I'm going to try to limit them to be as minimal as possible. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but I don't want this to be a super crazy over-the-top ads everywhere type channel. I don't like that. I don't think that's what YouTube should be. So that's not what I want to be with YouTube. I mean, this is still a hobby for me. It's not a job. I don't want this to be my job. I don't want this to take over. I want this just to be something I do as a hobby for fun, just to do. So yeah, that's about it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later, and hopefully, fingers crossed, when this comes out, my spotting tutorial, fingers crossed, and maybe a couple other videos I'll throw in there. Don't know what's going to be done, but that's fingers crossed. That's the dream, the hope. So, yeah. I'll catch you guys later.